screen. And we have some really cool things that I've been waiting, to be honest, a very long time to announce for you guys. Let me just kill the double audio. There we go. But yeah, I got some cool announcements. I also have some special guests, some of our partners, some of our resellers on the call waiting here to jump on video, help share with everybody on the call what's working for them. They're actually out there every day crushing it with Wi-Fi sales. So we're going to bring them on the call to kind of pick their brains and talk a little bit about that, and also ask you guys exactly what you need as far as training goes. I know that I asked a lot of questions in the group recently, specifically, how do you like your training? A lot of the consensus was like kind of mini blueprints, mini courses. So I'm going to be putting together, 3 to 5 steps, really short videos. When I thought about this, I originally wanted to do like a 500 slide, encyclopedia of Wi-Fi marketing. But I honestly think, having quick items, no one wants to sit and watch videos. Nobody wants to read long support articles. People just want to get results. So what I'm going to do is really work hard to kind of really break it down and dial it in and really focus a step-by-step recipe guide, almost like a workbook, where if you follow those simple steps, you can sell a client Facebook ads, you can automate email marketing, you can run a birthday campaign, and there'll be different things that you're going to kind of bake in the kitchen, so to speak. You're going to get all the recipes, all the ingredients, and you'll be able to just follow the steps to get results. Okay, so that's my goal. If anybody wants to help me with that, please shoot me a message on Facebook. Just send me a PM. Say that you want to help with content. If you can, obviously, we're looking to kind of revamp a lot of our marketing materials, revamp our angle of how to approach those clients. I'm going to share with you on my iPad later today or very shortly some of the blueprints that I'm working on for you guys. But obviously, give me your feedback, because once we develop these, it's going to happen pretty quick. I really think it's the missing piece for a lot of you in order to scale this business. So that being said, let me just jump into some of the other new integrations that we had previously. And before I go too far on this, everybody, can you see my screen? Can you see me on video as well? Just type in the chat. Let me know if you guys can see that. I just want to pull this up. Yes, cool. Now I'm looking there because I have a second monitor to the right. That's why let me just move the chat over here. There we go. Cool. All right, so we launched an integration with Square. For those of you who don't know what Square is, it's the POS stuff. If you missed it, watch last week or go into our support section. There's step-by-step on how to integrate with Square. If any of your clients use it for POS terminals, it's huge. This will also work well for those who are doing mobile hotspots. You can set up the AR150 or the Next device, those little mobile devices, alongside this, because a lot of people that use Square potentially are also remote. So food trucks, places like that, huge opportunity to see, hey, which food trucks use Square? Hit them up. Say, hey, I can put a mobile hotspot in your truck. So that's like one of the recipes, right, as far as targeting that audience. But if you missed it, go check the support section, search for Square. You'll find out all about it. We also launched a huge integration. This is like massive. TripAdvisor. Anyone that uses TripAdvisor, which is almost any business that cares about their business, is on TripAdvisor and cares about their TripAdvisor review count. It will determine how you rank in TripAdvisor. We did a whole session on that last week as well, talked about that. I saw it firsthand in a tourist area. TripAdvisor was literally everywhere. So TripAdvisor is huge. What this integration does is it allows you to automatically add clients that connect to a Wi-Fi hotspot. So any guests that go to a hotel, a restaurant, wherever they connect to Wi-Fi, you take that email and we automatically send that to TripAdvisor Review Express in the background. So typically how this works is the business owner would have to get their list and manually upload it. A lot of businesses do that right now. It's a huge pain in the ass. What we do is integrate that. So as soon as that client connects, automatically we send that client information to TripAdvisor. They then email that guest X amount of times after, or X time after, anywhere between 8 to 48 hours, I think is the best practice that they do. And they handle all of that, and the reports goes right to your clients. Cool thing is you don't have to pay anything to add TripAdvisor Review Express, and we added that as an integration option for our legacy plan holders or any corporate plan holders or white labels or higher in your account. So this is now live. Again, to learn more about this, search for TripAdvisor in the support section and learn more about it. The client, actually the guest, I should say, just to use the terminology right, when I say client, I usually mean your client. When I say guest, I mean a guest that's visiting the location. And I'll try to keep that separate, just not to confuse anybody. But what happens is once you set this out for your client or the business, the guest, so whoever actually goes to that location, uses the hotspot, uses the Wi-Fi, they get an email like this, looking just like this on my screen, X amount of time after, so 8 hours to 2 days later, that says, hey, how was your time at this location? Or how was your stay at this hotel? Or how was your meal at that restaurant? And you rate them overall. And it takes a minute. It's all handled by TripAdvisor, and it is awesome for reputation management and also for exposure, to be able to take that and go to a client and say, hey, I see that you're on TripAdvisor, and this is a huge entry point. We actually see a lot of people in the group have done this already and use it as a selling point. So I'm really happy to see that, and I hope everybody goes out there and uses this because it's really easy to do. And again, if you have not connected your first Wi-Fi hotspot yet, just again, check support. Everything is really simple. You just simply plug it in. I'm not going to spend too much time on this because it really is super easy. What I'm more excited about, to be honest, is we just revamped how we handle the Facebook pixel. So we've improved our integration directly with Facebook. What this does is every time a client, or anytime a guest, should say, connects to your client location, so guests come in, you got 100 people a day that go to the coffee shop and connect to the Wi-Fi, you're not only capturing their emails and you're capturing all their social data, but now you're also automatically dropping a pixel on their system. And what that does is it adds them to an audience on Facebook. For those familiar with what Facebook audiences are, but essentially think about it as a group of people. So when somebody connects, you add the Facebook pixel to our platform, to the campaign, and we will automatically add that guest to a Facebook audience. Okay, and what you do with that audience is you can filter it, segment it, all that fun stuff. I can show you that maybe later today, or actually I'm going to do a step-by-step recipe video on how to sell Facebook ads to your social Wi-Fi clients. I think that is the better place to put it. But let me just give you a sneak peek of what this is, and the power of how easy it is, first of all, and how awesome it is. So Facebook Pixel, to learn more about it, I have a link over here. So again, just search for Facebook Pixel, or just type in the word pixel in our support section. You're going to see that's the first article that comes back. Open it up, and then go over here. You can see the benefits of installing a Facebook Pixel. If you're not familiar with what a pixel is, go here and read this. And actually, in addition to this, Facebook has a whole other community of videos, of courses, of amazing resources that are better than most paid courses. So if you have any questions about Facebook Pixels, go here, learn about it. Okay, once you do that, come back, and all you need over here is a social hotspot installed at a client location. So you need some traffic, obviously. You need some guests to connect to your client's Wi-Fi hotspot, and you need access to the editor just to paste something literally on our end. So what you do is, on Facebook, you go to your pixels in the Events Manager, and actually I'll do this while we're on the call just to show you guys. But you go to the Pixels tab that's loading in the background. You create a pixel, and you save. That's literally it. Let me just show you over here. So I just clicked on that Events Manager. If you have different ad accounts, make sure that you're doing it in the same one that you have for your clients. So I'm just moving over here. And for those of you who actually have a business account, this might be the easiest way to do it. So here are all my Facebook ad pixels over here. So here's everything that's listed. I can see everything that I've created. If I wanted to create a new one, I can actually go right into business settings. On the left over here, you're going to see pixels. Click on that, and I'm going to see add. Okay, so I click on add. It's going to tell me to create a Facebook pixel. I name the pixel, and I click on create. So let me do this. And that's it. I've created my Facebook pixel. So what this is, think about a pixel as like a bookmarker, unique code. And what it's doing is it's taking this unique code and it is giving it as a reference point. So this unique string, and this is the pixel ID, we're going to take from Facebook. So let me just flip back to the instructions. You take that pixel ID from Facebook. Once you create the pixel, you're going to see it on the right-hand side over here. It's the ID. You take that number right over here, you copy it, and you paste it inside the campaign section under the Advanced tab. A lot of you have overlooked this many times, but it is in other options. It's a little box over here that says Facebook Pixel ID. Okay, all you do is you paste that pixel ID right into this field. Let me show you, specifically where this is. So inside campaigns, when I'm adding or editing an existing campaign, under the Advanced tab, right over here, Facebook Pixel ID. So in my Facebook business settings, I have my ID right here. I just click, literally, I copied it to my clipboard. I go over here and I go paste. Oh, sorry, I'm not in the dashboard. Here we go. Paste. Paste that right in there. That's all I have to do, and click on save. So just by doing that, I've now added my Facebook pixel to my account. Okay, now the cool thing is, that once I do that, anytime somebody connects, we automatically add that email to Facebook as a custom parameter. We do an advanced match. So we tell Facebook as soon as somebody connects, if you add that pixel in there, we do a call to Facebook that says, hey, Facebook, this pixel just had this lead with this email address, log in. Add that to the audience, or basically pixel them with an event to get technical. And what that does is creates an event called Wi-Fi login. So if somebody hits the landing page, it's a page view. If they just hit your actual homepage, but they don't log in yet, we just track it as a page view. We don't necessarily know who that person is yet, but we do track them because they're still pixeled. So we count that as a page view. As soon as that person logs in, we count it as an event. The event in Facebook is a Wi-Fi login. Now, the power of this is that once you have pixels and once you're tracking events and you're creating all that stuff, and that's all you need to do. Once you create ads or audiences, I should say first, and I don't want to get too far into this. I just want you guys to really see the power of it, because the pixel really allows you to do some really cool things. In addition, a lot of people always ask, why would I create a custom app? Why do I need to use custom apps? Or why is my Wi-Fi so great of such a great platform that's one of the only platforms that allows you to create your own Facebook apps? And it's because of this. So let me just show you over here inside your Facebook Business Manager, right over here under Audiences, under Assets, click on Audiences, and you'll see this. This is a list of all your audiences. These are basically the groups that you can use to target on Facebook. So what you want to do here is go to Create Audience, and click on Custom Audience. And it's gonna say, what do you want? A customer file, which is like a lot of people would download the whole list and upload the whole list. You don't have to do that here. What you do is go either website traffic or app activity. So website traffic is the one that you want to choose for the pixel. So if you've installed the pixel over here, you can see the Wi-Fi by pixel, or I have my demo pixel in here. It's not listed because I don't have any traffic there yet. But what I can do over here is I can say, show it to all website visitors or people that have done a specific event. So over here, my event is Wi-Fi login, and then I can limit this only to people that have done it in the past 30 days. I can go up to 180 days in the past, and I can then refine it. So I can say, I just want people as an audience to have done that. And then I can literally say in Facebook, just people who like Coke versus Pepsi, or just people who have this interest, or just people who are this age, or just male, or just female. Also, once I make this audience, I can create a similar audience. So here's using this as the base. So people who have logged in the last 30 days, I can do that, create the audience. So, last 30 days, Wi-Fi login. Once I create that audience, and it takes a couple minutes for Facebook to populate that. So you can see over here, it's populating. Once it populates, I can select that and I can create a lookalike audience. So here I can say, show me people that look like those people that have been to my location or used Wi-Fi in the last 30 days. So here you can choose your source. So my source is that audience I just created. And let's say I want to choose people in New York, because that's where I am. I think I can only do by country. Sorry, I can choose the country. And then I can choose my audience size. Now, this is just the overall audience. Later, I can say I only want to show people in New York City, or specifically in a certain suburb, or with a certain zip code. I can go really granular here, but I'm just finding people who are similar according to the Facebook algorithm. And up to 8.5 million people, 12 million, 15, there's tons of people you can take and then refine, and find your sweet spot for your clients, okay? Once you create that audience, it's $1 a day to retarget that audience. I'm looking at the time, I could go on, and I think it really deserves an entire course. So if you guys are interested, just post inside the Facebook chat and on the actual video, and type in Facebook if you want to be, potentially have early access to that blueprint, because it's going to be really step-by-step. It's going to be about an hour of video, but it's going to go just specifically the steps you need to do in order to set that up for your client, and then to sell them on the value of retargeting people who are similar to the people who've been to their location in the last 30 days. For a certain budget that you'll see results on. So it's pretty awesome. And you can chat in the Zoom, but I'm actually going to be looking in the Facebook. So go find the live feed on Facebook and actually comment there. That's where I'm going to see it more, because I'm going to be looking at that to track everyone to message you directly to invite you in. But that's the Facebook stuff. That's really, really cool. So again, just search for Pixel in the Facebook at the support section. We have the very basics of getting this installed. And then later I'm going to add another step-by-step video there and then do this micro course on how to actually monetize this and sell it to your clients. Okay. Another cool thing that I've been waiting a super, super long time to share with you is reports. Now, I didn't want to ruin the surprise. I saw a lot of people in the group chat about, how do you share results with clients? How do you show your clients that things are working? How do you show your clients, what's going on? This is how you do that. And this is the first version of our report tool that we're going to be sharing with you guys. So please let us know your feedback on other things that you want to see. And we're not going to obviously listen to every request. That has to be a valuable, reasonable business case for things that you want to see, but we definitely want to improve this as we go along. That's not a really good introduction, I should say. I should just rewind on that because it is really awesome. And let me just show you how that works. So inside the quick report, I'm just going to go over here inside the timeline. And actually before this, let me pull up another dashboard that I can show you from scratch how this works. Because there's one thing I want to set up. It's a new field, a new variable that I want to set up inside a location. So I want to show you guys how that all works before I dive into it. So I'm looking at a location over here, something that's had traffic. I'm going to just open up the location first. So you don't have to do this in this order. I'm just setting things up quickly on the call before I do that. You might notice as well that we recently revamped this. So when you're searching in the location section, it looks much nicer. We have a whole location laid out. We have the assigned campaign, the devices, whether it's online or offline, quick access to the quick report, and also quick access to edit the campaign, edit the device, or edit the location. So it's very functional. Once I open that up, I find this. I then edit the location here. And I'm going to notice a new field over here in the bottom right. So any new clients you're setting up, it's important that you ask them this question when you're first chatting with them. And it's actually a really good sales tool as well. You say, look, I'm going to prove to you that your Wi-Fi system is going to make you money. Okay, so that being said, do you know how much your average revenue per guest is? And your clients really should know this answer. If they don't, they have some work to do, and you should let them know that you can help them with that because they really should understand how much money they make on average from every person that comes through the door. So let's assume that we're working with a lunch place and every person that comes to this lunch location spends on average, let's say $9.50. Okay, so this is also in euros or in baht or whatever you want. So whatever your denomination is, it's just $9.50 is the average for a client. Okay, so out of my $9.50. All right, so I have $9.50. I'm going to add that as the revenue per guest. That's required because of this. Okay, so I'm going to jump over to locations again and just show you how we can get there in another way. So I have the White House. I click on Quick Report. So over here, I have, you've seen all this before. You have the awesome campaign over here. You have the device. You have the users that are connected right now. In addition, there's a new tab on the left called Reports. If I click on reports, I'm going to notice some pretty cool things over here. So I can notice over here, let's say if I went monthly, let's say in the last, this month. Actually, let me show you one of my favorite breakdowns over here. And apologies, I didn't plan to use this demo. I didn't have the right people in there. But let's say I'll do yesterday. We had a couple people connect yesterday. So this is three new charts that we have. So we see total number of social logins. Social logins are actual people connecting. So these are individuals. These are uniques. Think about this as like a unique visitor. Every social login is a unique visitor. Every Facebook profile, every email address counts as one social login. So if a person comes 3 times, but they're using the same Facebook login, the same social profile, they're counted as one social login. So we have that listed. We as well have visits. So if that one person comes back 3 times, it counts as 3 visits. Usually it's 1-to-1. So one person will come 1 time usually and leave. If they're there for a longer period of time, or if they're there 2 times in one day, it'll count as another visit, but 1 social profile. In addition, we have a new chart over here called aggregated revenue. So here we actually have revenue broken down by hour. But if I wanted to do a chart over here and tell the client, and actually I will pull up here, I'll pull it up actually daily in the last 30 days. Now we only have not so fancy. I don't have that many stats over here to show you. I will actually pull up a better chart for you in a minute with some more data. But essentially to show you here, you're adding the number of unique visitors. You're multiplying the number of unique visitors by the value of that client. So this is a chart that goes up, and give me 1 second. I'm not doing this justice. Let me just jump over to another dashboard with some of the data here. Give me 1 sec. All right, here we go. So if I had, I actually don't have the right non-traffic here. What was the busiest staging, the busiest location? Sorry, guys, this is so new, actually. We don't even have the values in, because you need to have, for me to show you this properly, I mean, I can show you the other two charts, but for me to show you the actual revenue, it's best to have clients that have been connecting more often. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to just do something else. Log into another account here. Whoops. Either way, the reports over here show you social logins, visits, and aggregated revenue. So these charts are awesome. In addition, there's a button over here, right over here. Let me just zoom in and show you. On the top right, that is a function, and this is a report tool. So what it'll do is actually pull up a pop-up. That's a report that you can print out that has your logo at the top. It has over here, actually, I'll save it as a PDF, for example. So I will save this as a PDF on my desktop. I'll put it right in my documents. And I can pull this up and I can see a full chart over here that has my logo. It has my, it's a whole report. It shows the last 30 days and daily, my social logins, my visits, and aggregated revenue. Again, here I showed a terrible example that doesn't have much stats, but you'll have an example on your end. Once you enable this and view your own reports, you'll be able to see everything listed. And I'll actually pull up one of our partner sites here as well to show you. Just pull up one of our quick reports and appreciate Rocky to let us show this. So here you're seeing your guests over time. If I pull up this report specifically, I'm able to see my total number of social logins, my total visits, and then once I add my aggregated revenue, I'm able to see that total. So that is an optional field. You can add that in as you want. We always like to aim a middle ground as far as the average revenue per client. But what's great is that once you add that revenue here, it's awesome because it keeps climbing as it goes up. Okay, so that is our new reporting tool that we recently launched. That's live in the dashboard right now. So those who are out there, please use it, and we'd love your feedback as you're using it and generating reports. Anything you'd like to see or any comments, please do send a support message. Is usually the best place to send that. Send it directly in Intercom, in the bottom right chat, and we'd love to hear it. Also, I want to ask you guys, if you want a free t-shirt, I have one right now. I'm going to just show it to you. So this is a cool t-shirt. It's actually super nice cotton. Check out the back as well. You got them on video, right? So if you guys want that t-shirt, I want you to leave a video testimonial. Now, I don't want just anybody just for a free t-shirt to leave a testimonial. I'm not going to send you a t-shirt unless that testimonial is a valid success. And if you need help getting a sale, if you need anything, like let us know, contact support, like that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you. But if you've made a deal and if you have a real success story to tell, if you get on videos, so share a YouTube video or a Facebook video or send me the MP4 directly and be a video testimonial for us telling a real success story, I will send you one of these t-shirts for free in the mail. Super nice. And also I will jump on a call with you directly and I'll help you, for half an hour at least, work your business and help you structure what you need to take you to the next level. Some of you guys in the call have hundreds of access points. Some have only a handful. Some haven't plugged it in. So there's obviously different levels of people out there. But if you have a story to tell, a success story to tell, please share that video with me personally. You don't have to post it in the Facebook group. You can just send it to me. Post it either on Facebook or YouTube or MP4, and I will send you one of these t-shirts for free in the mail. So that being said, I want to bring on our special guest. I don't want to drag this on too long. I have a lot of training that I still want to share with you guys. But that being said, let me just jump over here and get our guests on the call. Give me a sec. So all right, give me a sec just to get everybody's screens shared. All right, can you guys please also enable your video if possible? And I will stop sharing my screen here for a sec.
Oops, there we go. The host has stopped it. Kevin, you need to allow us to show our video. You have it paused somehow.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. So
trying to find that as well. Yeah, it could be on the master settings, which I really hope it's not. Let me, because it's very odd. I see every other option except allowing host to use video. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to try to switch this over on the Zoom admin side.
yeah, I can see myself.
Well, it doesn't help anyone.
No.
Give me 1 sec. I'll see if I can have this. I hope it applies midstream. If not, we can do it on voice and perhaps postpone this to another time just to get everybody on video, because I think video is better. But give me 1 sec because I might be able to unlock that right now. Now my in-webinar settings seem to be fine. That's strange. Perhaps give me 1 sec. I don't want to obviously, waste too much time while everybody's waiting on the call. But let me see if I made you guys hosts, or if I made you each co-hosts, it would allow you to get around that. Actually, Steve, I made you the host. If you can actually make me a co-host as well and also get the other guys on the co-host, see if that now allows you to share.
All right, so I share video.
Too.
Okay.
I guess you'll just have to hear us and not see us. This is probably better.
No worries. I'll keep trying to figure it out. But anyways, I want to thank Craig, Kevin, and Steve for joining us on this call here. What I'm going to do is hand it over to each one of you guys for 30 seconds or so. Just get a quick high-level intro, and then we're going to go roundtable and talk about what's working for you right now with social Wi-Fi.
Who do you want to start with? Want me?
Yeah, sure. Let's start. Go around the clock. So we'll go Steve, Kevin, and then Craig.
Hey, gang. My name is Steve Champagne, and I've been doing local media marketing probably now for going on close to 10 years. About 6 months ago, I picked up the local Wi-Fi platform. I thought it was one of the best door openers I ever saw. You probably seen some of my videos that I've done in the group. So I kind of taken somewhat of an advanced approach to prospecting and marketing. And that's kind of my thing.
That's awesome. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Kevin Churchman, and I'm out here in Boise, Idaho. And I was a pretty early adopter, actually. I had some of Kevin's other programs early on, and I think I probably had Wi-Fi I bet I had it for over a year before I ever used it, and then kind of went back to it. And I can tell you this: it gets better and better and better it seems like every day you come up with something better. But going back from the very beginning to now, it's just immensely cooler. So really, really good work on making this thing really better.
Wow, thank you. Appreciate that.
What's going on, guys? This is Craig Morrell. I'm sure you've seen my videos plenty of times where I post them in the group, but I work in local marketing as well. I primarily focus on web dev and remarketing part of it, and Wi-Fi is obviously a great way to add extra value to customers and really kind of get them at a starting point and move them forward. And I'm going to brag, same with Kevin Churchman. I've been part of Kevin Z's group for quite a while, since the mobile website finder app that he had, Mobile Monster or whatever it was called, one of your first ones. So been around for a while, man.
Mobile Lead Monster, yeah.
There you are. Yep.
Yeah, I think I have that too.
Nice. Great. Well, so I appreciate all your guys' times. I wish you can get it on video. I'm still trying to figure this out in the background here. But that being said, maybe we'll start with what's working best for you right now. Hey, Craig got it going. Awesome. So that what I just did in the background worked. So everybody, I think you should be able to share your video now.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah, awesome. Sweet. There we go. And I'll just throw this up here too so everybody can see what's going on.
I think it was
All
that sharing.
There we go. Yay.
Yeah, nice, nice. Cool. All right, so we're all set. So I appreciate those intros, even though they weren't on video. And let's start with, because Craig, I know that you do a lot of videos in your car, and do appreciate those. Maybe you can chat about, like, when you're with a client, what's the one magic sentence or like the one magic line that is working best for you these days?
Honestly, it's about getting in the door and talking to the right person. When you're at the bar grabbing a drink, or you're talking with a waiter or waitress, just say, hey, who runs this place? After you've already checked your phone, and get some information, and then see if I'd love to meet the guy if you get a chance. And a lot of times they're are very happy to just meet with our customers because we're having a plate or whatever the case may be. And say, hey man, I'd love to chat with you sometime. I got some ideas for you. I know you're busy right now. Can we get together sometime next week? And they're like, yeah, sure, why not? And I'll grab a card and just kind of follow up with them and get them in person off hours. And honestly, just that face-to-face contact is a big plus.
Yeah, nice. I know, Steve, you've been working on a couple tools, and you have a methodical way of going through Google Maps and having, if you're doing your walk-bys, you're planning your seats, as you're calling it, right? So you're going out there, you're doing like Craig's doing, like you're not going in there and trying to, on the first date, you're not trying to go all the way. You're just trying to do your introduction. You're saying, hey, here's who I am. I can, maybe hook you up with some value. We can look at what you do. So yeah, maybe chat about on your end about how you're finding a lot of clients and how receptive they are when you're talking about Wi-Fi out of the blue.
Okay. Yeah. So generally what my approach is, I build a prospecting list before, looks like my video stopped moving.
Yeah, that's cool. Give it a sec.
Yeah, I'm having some issues with my video. I'm just going to be camera. So hopefully, sorry about that.
Yeah,
so basically what I do is I build a prospecting list first, and then I'll generally make what I like to call a marketing call to figure out who the decision maker is. So when I do go out and do my cold canvassing, I'm actually walking in and asking for that decision maker's name. So that's one of the key things I do initially before I go out is I actually pick up the phone. Generally what I get is an employee, and they're generally easy to give up to who the decision maker is. I think I've put some scripts before in the group that pretty much outlines that approach.
That's awesome. Thanks. And how Kevin, how about you as far as getting out there with clients and your door opener to Wi-Fi? Because Wi-Fi is a door opener in and of itself, but what are you doing nowadays?
I think I probably do a little bit, probably more closer to what Craig does. And I pretty much try everywhere I go. I mean, I find now that anytime I walk into any business to do anything, to buy anything, I scope out the entire place now with Wi-Fi in my mind. Do they have it? A lot of times if I'm even going by a place, I'll check, I'll sit out front because you can usually pick up their Wi-Fi signal without walking in the building. So I'll know if they already have something or not. I'll go ahead and just check it and see. And then, you know, a little bit like Steve, then depending on where it is, I kind of tended to look for bigger accounts and, you know, to go after the bigger ones because they pay more for one. And sometimes it takes a little bit more work, but that way, but mostly the same thing, just engaging, trying to find out who the decision maker is. If I'm already there doing something else, just strike up a conversation and be super friendly and try and find out who I can get in touch with. And they'll almost always tell you, you know, they're happy to give that information over. It's pretty, as long as you're friendly and, you know, kind of gauge that you're not bothering them at the time, they'll just let you go. And I network a lot too. So other people that I know that are friends that have businesses or other businesses with lots of clients, I try to network with them to get, you know, sometimes to give me referrals to go in and talk to people. And that's worked pretty well. I just had a meeting this morning with someone that does a lot of major events in the Boise area. And it was a direct correlation because another ad agency that I got to be friends with the owner, he referred me to him. And so it looks like it may turn into something good. So definitely use referrals as well, or your networking group.
Yeah, that's actually great advice. Almost everybody I find, they overlook that low-hanging fruit of having a network themselves. So just simply emailing their own network, whether it be Facebook post, LinkedIn post, personal email, saying, hey, if anybody knows any restaurants or hotels or places that offer free Wi-Fi that don't have a secure method of capturing emails or automating marketing, I'd love to give them a friends and family discount. I find that also works for those of you who are just trying to get your first sale. That's a great strategy. But also others, do any of you guys use the preview tool, so the /P preview or the campaign preview? If you're talking to the owner, for example, and they might not have the time of day or they kind of want to know what it's all about. Do you ever use the preview link either by SMS or email to send to your clients to show them, hey, like, you know, this is how it works. And for those of you who aren't familiar with that, and I'll leave it open to anyone who wants to answer that first, the preview link is this. So you have your own portal, your portal URL. And once you set it up, you go /P/ you know, the name of the Facebook page. In this case, I chose Wendy's. It will automatically generate a preview that will work. Over here, I see the payment option if I wanted to have a paid plan to get fancy, but otherwise all these social login options are all listed there. So do you guys use this at all for previews or, you know?
I use it every time I'm sitting in front of somebody to say, hey, here's kind of what something will look like. And usually it's a relatable moment where they're like, this looks like me, you know, like there's a connection there. So they see it, which is helpful. So absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I use the P link exclusively too. That's part of my map. If you watch the videos on, one of the links I actually put in there is actually the P link for that particular business.
That's great. And I think we're going to be training on this shortly, but already some of you are doing it. I know Steve could be what you're referring to. I just want to break that down for those on the call who might have missed how awesome that is. In your CRM, so the same way that you do like a mail merge, it's like hi F name or hi first name, and first name gets replaced with the person's first name every person, so it seems personal. What you can do is make a field in your CRM that's the person's Facebook page. So it can be Coke or Wendy's or AA or whatever their Facebook page extension is. You can create your link to have the /P and then put the variable in there so that every business, as long as that field is populated, they're getting a preview link that is specific to their business. You can send out 1,000 emails with one click, as long as that's set up in advance. And it's one template. The key there is getting the variables put in the same fields. So we're working on ways to automate that. I think Steve and I, Steve always has some great ideas for that. To be compliant at the same time, because you don't want to, never use the word scrape and Facebook in the same sentence. But there's a lot of creative ways to automate some marketing. But it starts with doing things manually first. So that's a huge thing that I might do some training on that stuff as well. But yeah, Kevin, do you use the preview link at all?
I do. Yeah, I do use the preview links. I've sent them out. Sometimes if it's someone that I really want, I'll build the campaign, at least the front page, just by myself. And so it looks really specific to them. So I've done that a few times. And then I posted in the group earlier, I just built a little mobile page in my own phone. buttons that link to a sample of each individual campaign. So I have 4 or 5 campaigns in my phone that I don't have to go find. I can just push a button and they're right there. And I found that works pretty good because people don't really get a lot of times what this is when you first start talking to them. So if you can say, oh, here, let me show you. And if you can get to it like in a second, they're like, oh, wow, God, that's cool. But if you have to fumble for it and take your time and stand there, then the coolness kind of falters a little bit. So I found that having a sample of any kind at my fingertips that works is really helpful.
Cool. And I'm totally listening to you. I'm at the same time just looking for that example for everyone. Where for some reason,
it was like posted a couple of days ago.
Yeah, and it's not pulling up on the actual image itself. I'm looking for the image. So
I know Kevin Z, you had mentioned once upon a time ago the text keyword replacement, for your phone. Nah, you're never going to see that, but where you basically just type something in and it auto replaces. I did that in a heartbeat. I was like, that makes sense. P-Wi-Fi, done. It's all filled in.
Right. I use that actually on a regular basis. There are so many ways you can do it and have it make sense. Like I'm just looking over here. And for those who are Mac users and iPhone users or who have like Android, I'm not sure if it syncs it too, but you can actually sync on the iPhone at least. You can sync your iPhone keyboard shortcuts on your computer too. So I'm just typing in, I have my email, my support link, my payment link. Like anytime somebody asks me for something that I ever have to write over and over and over again, like a /preview link, I can just write, WFP, like Wi-Fi preview, and it replaces that. And I'll do another short little quick video on that for those who missed it, but I covered it in one of the groups before. So that's cool. So what are you guys finding right now as far as the upsell goes? So when you're selling clients social Wi-Fi, it obviously doesn't end with that. There's a lot of money to make once you're showing some insane value to the clients. You're generating emails. Now you're getting better Facebook pixels. You're getting events. So you can do the Facebook ad retargeting. What are you guys finding is the easiest or most profitable upsell post Wi-Fi sale?
I mean, it's something I kind of hinted to the other day when I had left an appointment. We set him up with Wi-Fi. I, set up some open mesh or whatever. And he's like, this is really awesome. I'm really excited. And then the conversation turned to, hey, what other stuff do you do? And now I've told him all of this, of course, but now he's more interested because now I'm helping him out and now he's paying me. So he's like, yeah, maybe you can help me out with my website. And I'm like, do you have any type of proposal that somebody sent you, blah, 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 whatever. And he forwards it off to me. And I'm like, holy bananas. Somebody's pitching him a really big website. I can kill this, no problem. So, I mean, just my industry specifically, but just, once you get in the door, even with something small or big with Wi-Fi, I mean, just ask more questions. So for me, it's web dev.
Very nice.
For me, it's loyalty or reputation monitoring, and then also digital marketing.
Cool. Steve, your camera is freezing and like the funniest
I know.
screen is
I know. I saw.
So,
It seems like when I go to talk, it just freezes up.
Yeah, no worries.
So for me, I think I do a lot of punch cards. Actually, I've had pretty good luck with those. And I like those. I think it's a nice upsell. And there's lots of people that they really like punch cards and they like the way they look. And so I've had good success with selling those two things together.
Awesome. That's another thing actually that we really undertrain on. It's the power of using the social Wi-Fi and the punch cards. Those who don't know what that is, it's mobipunch.com. We have a separate white label that we have available. And what that does is it allows you to run your same whole white label platform, unlimited passes, punches, same way as Wi-Fi works. But what that does is it allows you to install mobile wallet passes. So it lives inside the Apple Wallet or the Android Wallet. It also enables beacon notifications, Apple's version of the Bluetooth notifications, and Android as well. It works on both. And it also enables GPS notifications and allows you to punch via QR code scan, right now embedded into all cameras. And again, I'm not doing it justice by talking about it now, but I will do a specific training session on how to sell that blueprint and that campaign end to end, because I think it's just tremendously valuable for those to use. And I'm really happy that Kevin, you're using that, because that's ideally what it's intended to be using. And are you using the integration directly as well?
Yeah, I have used the integration on a couple of accounts. It's interesting because I have some accounts that I've pitched Wi-Fi because I think that's the best thing on the planet, and they don't necessarily want that, but they go gaga over punch cards. and that's what they want.
That's
So
awesome.
I've had a couple that way where, rather than walking out with nothing, at least at the time, I ended up selling a punch card account, which was really good. And so, and I've spent some time and gotten better at, kind of designing those punch cards and making them look cool. And so I think that's a big help, because if you spend a little bit of time, you can make them look really awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And I'm happy you did that. And I'd love for you to share some of your preview examples, maybe not the client examples, but just some screenshots. Because if you share the link, you'll have maybe people in the group opting in, and your client might not want to see that. But that's how powerful it is how easy it is to get users to opt into that as well. So that's great. I actually want to share with you guys right now as well. I'm going to try to do this for the first time. And I love the action that we have here. So let me see if I can share my iPad. And let's wait for this to register itself. And I'll give this a one go. So we've had a couple technical difficulties today. I don't want to have it last too long, but I think it's pretty cool with what I can share with you guys here. Anyone else, while I'm getting this going, have anything to add? Specifically, let's say one message to, if each of you can leave a message to those who are maybe watching this right now and who are just getting started, maybe just got on the program, maybe device is still in the mail, or, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, maybe the device is on the desk and they haven't plugged it in yet. What's the one piece of advice you could give to them to get that ball rolling and to get out there and close their first deal?
Prospect 2 hours a day.
Definitely great advice. If you're just starting out, it takes a little bit. You got to plant the seeds in order to grow everything.
I would vote just go out there and talk. I mean, these people are getting bombarded all the time. Just go talk to them and offer to help with their marketing and just get out there. I mean, people are interested in talking to you. Just do it.
That's great.
Yeah. You know what I would say? I would echo the other two guys, definitely. But the one thing I think really helped me is if you're just starting out and you get your first thing, go on to the platform and create an account of your own from soup to nuts, and do everything, push every single button that's in there and find out what it does. Because when you figure it out and you know it and you see it, you'll be a lot better to talk about it. And so if you, because I know in the beginning, if you don't do that and someone starts firing questions at you and you don't know what the answer is, you just start to fumble a little bit. So I would spend, a couple hours and just make up an account and see what everything does in there. So you know how to build it, how it works, and you'll learn a whole bunch of stuff by doing that. And I think it'll be a lot better in your presentations when you do that. And then obviously, the other two guys are, their advice is great to get out and do it. But I think that helped me prepare was just I like to tweak and find out about stuff and how it works. And so that's what I did to make sure that I knew all about the system before, and you won't be as frustrated either. And don't quit.
That's all. I said one. That was like a good half a dozen amazing tips all wrapped into one. So that's great. Can you guys see my iPad screen right now at all?
It's like a line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there. It's good.
Kind of.
Trying to direct port. There's other ways I can share it. But anyways, I'm going to be working on some blueprints for you guys shortly that have essentially the plan to sell whatever your core product is. So let's say your core product is selling Facebook ads and you sell a lot of Facebook ads. So the idea is you're not necessarily walking in the door to make a killing off social Wi-Fi. Social Wi-Fi is the bridge, which then builds your audience, which then you drops your cookies, that then lets you target those $1 a day ads to get the initial budget that then brings on your $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 budget. So depending on what industry you're working on, and this is a kind of a call out. I don't want to go too far into all the recipes right now, but if you guys can see my screen, we're doing recipes for bots. So if you're selling Facebook Messenger stuff, we'll show you the step-by-step that once you have your hotspot installed, how to initiate that conversation, how to take that data, start many chat conversations, automate bot sequences, do automatic follow-ups as a step-by-step, literally like 3 to 5 steps to set everything up, and then you're off to the races. We'll do the same thing for SMS. So a way that you can have somebody connect with SMS, take that phone number, port it over to whatever your SMS platform or marketing platform is automatically, and then run campaigns and sequences that way. If you're selling birthday campaigns and you're doing any kind of birthday stuff, and this is all scribble that I'm showing you guys, this is my brainstorm, literally the brainstorm that I kind of did when I was away, and a lot of the blueprints that I'm working on. I really want to create this specific step-by-step functionality and modules for you guys to go out there and just follow the steps. So after this call, I'm going to be posting in the group a link to blueprints, and I want you guys, I'm going to just stop sharing my iPad now, but I want you guys to contribute. Let me know what kind of blueprints you want, and obviously Craig, Kevin, Steve, you're all invited to help me build those, and everybody else on the call too. If you guys want to create some content, if you want to help us kind of formulate the blueprint, and it doesn't have to be technical or long or drawn out. It literally is just, hey, follow these 3 steps: rinse, lather, repeat. Or lather, rinse, repeat. You know what I mean? That's the goal. It's kind of like ready, aim, fire. Fire, ready, aim. A lot of you guys just literally have to get out there and do it. It's not about overthinking it. It's not about planning things too far ahead. It's literally just going out there and taking those steps. So that being said, I know that a lot of you guys, I've been here for a while, and I want to also thank everybody on this call today. So Craig, Kevin, Steve, thank you guys so much. Anyone who wants to join us next time, feel free to just send me a message. I'd love to have you live on these calls, and I think we're going to just add a lot more value by getting some real life examples of stuff you guys have been doing on the front lines and how that'll help everybody else scale their agencies. So thank you all for joining. I do appreciate it.
Appreciate taking the time, man. Anytime. Always open to talk and help out the team. So give me a shout.
Yeah, me too. Thanks for having me on.
Same, guys.
All right. Thanks everyone again. And thanks to all who are joining us on the live call and on the Facebook chat. Look forward to working with you guys and helping you all scale your businesses. See you guys later. Talk soon.